Yo, what it do, what it do? As your boy, as always, Matt Montague here from Dying to See Me. I'm really excited today about my guest. We are going to introduce my boy, Big Drewps. What's up, man?
What up, man? How you doing, man?
I'm good. How are you?
Man. Chilling.
So I wanted to get Droop on here, man. I wanted to talk to him about, let him give a little bit of his life story on here, man, because he's just such an interesting dude. You know, I met him through our boy Lucky from Hoodstock. Shout out Hoodstocks, baby.
Hoodstocks. Yeah. Let's get it.
And so I figured it'd be really good, man. Get you on here, let you tell a little bit of the story of what a lot of people don't know, right? And some do, and a lot don't. But I just want to get it out in your words, kind of. You know, little parts of your life, little whatever you want to express to us, and
okay.
Let's do that. Well, first of all, I see you draped out in the Hoodstocks chain. That shit is fresh.
You already know.
Did you bring me one of those?
We didn't bring that.
You didn't bring me one of those.
But we did bring. We brought you. Brought you this right here, man. We brought you some shirts. We brought you some fresheners for the car.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? You got
the size medium, right? You know I'm a medium, right? I lost a couple pounds.
We got you an extra slim.
Extra slim. Oh, then you already know my size. Yeah, you got it. Okay, I appreciate
here you go, extra slim, man.
Yeah, put it right there next to you. I'm gonna grab it when we leave. I'm gonna grab that shit when we leave.
That's all you right there.
Yeah, let me see the air freshener real quick. Let me just show the cameras what.
Man,
oh shit.
We gonna be showing
this
out.
Motherfucker here is fresh. Can y'all see this shit right here?
Look
at this shit.
Here.
This shit right here, and it smells like 3 flowers. What it do?
Whoa.
This shit is fresh. I appreciate it. Thank you, Lux. Big Lux, thank you.
Big Lux in the house. Yep. He's here with us.
Yeah, he's here. He's off camera. He on the slide.
You know he's here though.
Yeah, always. So let's talk about it, man. What what do you want to share with the peeps, man? Let's talk about it a little bit.
What you want to know about?
Shit, I want to start with first of all, let's talk about you visiting some prisons, man. You said you went to prison at a very young age. How old were you?
I went to prison when I was 17. I went to state prison at 17. So I did 5 years. So
5 years at 17.
At 17, I was tried as an adult. So from 17 to 22. I was incarcerated.
Yeah, and how what obviously it was probably fucking shell shock, right? Being 17, put in there with the big dogs, right?
Well, to be honest with you, before that I was in juvenile hall a bunch of times, so it was kind of just like the next chapter. You know what I was ready to do.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So you got a 6-year bid.
5 year.
5 year. 5 year for the first one. 5. Okay, 5 years. And what was that for?
It was for robbery.
Robbery.
Yeah.
Okay. You was out there and
got caught robbing a store at. Yeah.
Robbing
a store.
Just robbing a store. There you go.
I mean, it was some bullshit. Like to be honest with you, but like at the time, like. I was one of the guys out there in the hood with a gun. Mm-hmm. So the homies came through like, hey, we need a gun. We're going to go rob a store. What's up? Like, fuck it, let's roll. Mm-hmm. So I went with them.
Put in some work and...
Well, they ain't really put in work. Like, I was used to putting in work, like being gangbanging.
Gotcha.
But so I went with them just because I didn't want to be the dude without a gun.
Gotcha.
So I went with them.
Yeah,
kind of landing on my gun type shit.
Gotcha.
Yep.
So you got 5 years, and then you got out on parole.
Yeah, I got out on parole in 2000, January of 2000, and yeah, man.
How long were you out for?
I was, give or take, I was back and forth because like I did a couple violations, so more or less I was out for until 2006. I caught some Fed time.
Some Fed time? How much time are we talking some Fed time?
I did a little under 16 in the Feds.
Big 1-6, huh?
Yeah.
That's a life changer right there.
Yeah, it was a life changer.
So all in all, almost 21 total.
Easily
about 21.
Yeah, easily. That's just the big chunks of my life.
Got you.
But more or less, I've been in jail. Juvenile hall, I did about, let's say I was there more or less the most 4 months, but I was there 16 times.
Gotcha.
So I've been to juvenile hall 16 times, and then I went to YA for a little bit, but they didn't accept me, so I got tried as an adult.
Oh, got you. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So they said they were gonna try you as an adult. Fuck the juvenile shit, right?
Well, they didn't. I went to Norwalk at the time. That was SRCC, and they didn't accept me. So from there, they sent you to prison. So I went to prison.
Got you.
Yeah.
So so you got a 16-year bid. What was that for?
No, I did 5 before anything. That's when I got
the
tried
robbery.
as adult. And then I did 16 years with in the feds for like a RICO case.
Oh, you caught a RICO case.
Yeah, they RICO'd my whole gang. So they got us for like drugs, selling dope, gang banging, all the extras. Whatever the gangbangers were doing, that's what they
got you for.
Yeah.
No fix-it tickets allowed.
Nah, none of that. Like they got us we went to the big time, you know what I mean? We're like the second gang to get RICO'd
Get
at
the
the
RICO.
time.
Yeah, got you. Okay. Where did you do your time at in the Fed?
Well, I started in MDCLA. I stood there for about 4.5 years, just fighting the case.
Got you.
And then from there, they sent me to Kansas. Like in the feds, they send you
wherever the fuck,
all over the U.S.
Right.
So it ain't no like, hey, I'm gonna stay close to home or any of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I started off in Kansas. I was there for a few years, and I moved all over the U.S.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. My dad just moved back out here from Kansas.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was out here. Lived out there for many years, and then we just moved him back out here from Kansas. Kansas is crazy, bro.
I was in Leavenworth. So Leavenworth is like a known jail in Kansas. It's one of the known places to be. So I was in Leavenworth for about 4.5 years, and yeah, it was a good starting point because like in the feds they got like camps, they got lows, mediums, and then USPs. So Leavenworth is a medium jail. So at the time, Leavenworth is more like I would say as a USP because it's known as Leavenworth USP, you know?
Mm-hmm. So you started in Leavenworth. Where'd you go after that?
From there, I went to West Virginia. So what they try to do is like whenever you get caught up, like they got me caught up in Leavenworth. So after that, they sent me to West Virginia. So it ain't really like the feds is like way different than everybody's used to. They think like it's easy process, easy stuff, but there's a lot of different stuff that goes on in the feds. Gotcha.
So was Leavenworth and West Virginia, did they have the same type of program, or is it like two totally different prisons in your opinion?
In my opinion, I would say Leavenworth was a lot tougher than McDowell. I was in McDowell, West Virginia, so they got a few different places over there, but like to be honest with you, it's just different in the feds than it is in the state. It's a whole different game, you know what I mean?
Okay. So after Virginia, did you get transferred again?
Yeah, they like the whole time you're in the feds. I did 16 years in the feds, so they don't really just keep you in the same place. What they try to do is just spread your time around.
Okay.
So they don't want you to get comfortable because like a lot of dudes in the feds is different than the state. Like in the state, you just stay in one place, and but in the feds it's just way different because people got money. There's like a different like aspect of the feds. Like they got cartel dudes, they got just different dudes. Yeah, it's just way different.
Right. So they don't want you to get comfortable. They don't want you to settle in and start getting back into the process, right? Because then they'll ship you out because they don't want to disrupt their prison. Is that what you're saying?
What it is a lot of people got money in the feds, so it's just like it's just a different program.
Gotcha.
Like most people that we talk to are used to the state, and the feds in the state is just
Right.
Different game.
So if you compared your state time to your federal time, right? Which do you think was easier and which did you think was harder?
Overall, I wouldn't say like there's a easier and hard, because I mean, to be honest with you, gelling is gelling. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So in the state, I was in level 4. So level 4 is just like a whole different animal than being in the feds. Feds is it's different. It just depends on how you look at it. You know what I mean? And where you're at. Because they, like in the feds, they got camp all the way to USP. I've only been to a medium, the farthest in the feds, and then in the lowest I've been is a low. So it's just different.
Yeah,
like,
just a different program then.
It's way different than people think.
Yeah, but if you had your choice to go to state or feds, which one would you choose?
Man,
That's a hard one.
I don't want to be in the state or the feds. I want to be out here on the street.
Right.
You know what I mean? But like in the state, we got like family visits, we got stuff like that. In the feds, we don't got none of that shit.
They got shit.
Nah. So I mean, in the feds, you could chill more or less, but like, I mean, everywhere is jail. So
yeah,
there ain't no place you'd rather be. You know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah. No, that's for sure. So in the 16 years that you were down, what was the farthest that you were away from California? Because California is your home. So what was the farthest they shot you out of here?
I guess it'd probably be West Virginia, because that's where like we went out, you know? Mm-hmm. But like with this, like I was telling you with the state stuff, like the first time I did long time was the 5 years, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So in that time, I did 5 years in the state. When I got out, that's when I was out the longest, you know what I mean? I did 5 years, and then I was out for maybe 5 years, give or take, like back and forth, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you.
So that's when I had like my best run, like being like gang banging, like selling drugs, like chilling, you know what I mean?
Right.
Cause like with the with the Fed stuff, it's just different, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like with the state, when I went to the state, I did that I grew up in the state, you know what I mean?
Gotcha. Yeah. Rumor has it that you were one of the best ever to sell drugs. Ever. EVA, ever.
Well, I mean, I've been selling drugs since I was a kid, you know what I mean? Like, when I got out, I mean, since a kid, like, I mean, that's all I've done is sold drugs, you know what I mean? So that's what the homies are talking about, like, you know?
Yeah.
Like, that's what I'm known for in the hood, you know? Everybody knows me for selling drugs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
it came natural.
I mean, that was my way to make money. You know what I mean? So people are used to knowing me for selling drugs, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
In the hood, you know?
Right.
But when I went to jail in 95 for robbery, and I got out in 2000. So in 2000 and from 95 is just a whole different time. Like in 95, crack was the drug of choice. Mm-hmm. So when I got out in 2000, everybody was on meth. Mm-hmm. But that's not what I was used to. I was used to selling crack. Mm-hmm. So when I got out in 2000, everybody's like, hey, you should sell meth because that's what it is. But my mind is like, I need to get back into selling crack because that's what I was doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, little $50 double ups.
Not even that.
Not even that.
Selling whatever. Like we were in crack houses just selling from nickels to whatever you need. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
did you switch over to meth?
I had to switch over to meth because everybody out in the streets switched over to meth.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? So like everybody went from, like when I got out, there was people telling me like, oh, I don't get high no more. And I'm like, well, what do you mean you don't get high no more? Like, congratulations. And they're like, yeah, I smoke meth now. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I thought you don't get high no more. And they're like, nah, we smoke meth, you know? So meth was the new drug from the 95 to 2000. Everything switched over to meth. There were still people smoking crack, of course, but smoking meth was like the new thing. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
So I had to get adjusted to the new drug.
Gotcha. Which was meth.
Which was meth.
Crank.
Not even crank, because crank was like at the time back in 95 and stuff. But as it got closer to 2000, everybody was more on actual crystal, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And then was that, so when you switched over to the meth, was that like all you were slinging, or were you just slinging whatever was making the money?
Well, honestly, I'll sell whatever makes the money, but meth was my dominant drug to sell.
Gotcha.
You know, that's what I actually went to the feds for. I went to the feds for selling meth.
Meth.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But,
and then you just caught the RICO was the rest of it that came with it, right?
Well, the RICO's more with the gang aspect of the thing, but I got a RICO as far as selling meth, selling whatever. But as far as they put RICO as more of a gang thing, you know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Yeah, so they indicted like my whole gang in 2006. But when I got out in 2000, like that's what we were doing. We were selling meth. Yeah. So I graduated to selling meth down from 8 balls all the way up to 100 pounds. So
yeah, like
it's just a different game. You know what I mean? Like before that, I was selling 20s, 30s, 50s ounces of crack to getting out to a whole new game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. So you did your 16 and then you paroled out, right?
Yeah. I'm out now. I've been out for 2 years.
On parole? Or you're
probation?
Off parole?
Nah, it's probation. Yeah.
Okay, cool. And I know I know you've been, doing some co-hosting with Lucky for Hoodstocks and some other things. Yeah. And I know you got, we were talking about, you got your real first like job, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm working right now.
Yeah.
Working construction.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like nowadays, I don't know. I think it's just hard to just be out here to sell drugs because it's just a different atmosphere on the streets.
Sure.
Like people are used to, I don't know. They're just not. It's not the same game as 95
sure.
and even 2000. The 2020s is just a different game as far as selling drugs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I just got into something else. But
yeah,
from 2000 to 2006, when I was out here, like my main thing was selling meth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because now these motherfuckers, man, I'm going to a lot of places where dudes are dying, chicks are dying. Fentanyl overdoses is like, that's serious shit right now.
Yeah, fentanyl's a whole different animal out here.
Fentanyl is wild as shit, bro. And, people are getting high as giraffe pussy, and then, then they forget to breathe, and that's it. They gone.
Yeah, fentanyl's a different drug, man. Like, I don't even know. I couldn't even tell you anything about fentanyl, man.
Did you, when you were selling either crack or meth or anything, did you ever try it just to see what it do?
What do you mean? Like,
did you try it?
Try what? Meth?
Any of it? Crack, meth, any of it?
I used to get high on everything.
Oh, you did?
Like,
okay.
Yeah, like back in the days, like, I mean, growing up, we used to be getting high on all kind of different shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like back in the days, everybody was on P-Dogs or smoking Sherm or
Sherm?
Yeah, you know what I mean? I'm going to be 46 on Tuesday.
Yeah. Happy birthday to that.
On the 25th of July, I'll be 46.
46.
So I'm not one of these young dudes out here, you know what I mean?
Right.
So it's just different, like different time that we're growing up in, you know what I mean? But like my main thing is out, like back in the days was selling drugs, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was gang banging and selling drugs.
Yeah. Eric, did the motherfucking air conditioner go off in here? Sweating my motherfucking balls off.
That's just hot as fuck in here.
I thought it was me. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Hell nah. I'm like, what
Can we cut the air on?
Going on in here?
Look, man, me and Drewp got 20 apiece for the air, man. Put the air on. Right. God damn.
You guys trying to save money?
You know what I mean? It's sweating down the crack of my ass.
You guys are saving money.
He walking around in a tank top.
We in here to get sweating. Drunk in here just to stay cool.
You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. We're thirsty, Eric. We're thirsty. Anyway, sorry about that. You know, it's we can't afford to. We're not big, but like the chain, we can't afford that. We trying to put it towards our air conditioning bill. You feel me?
That's what you're doing here?
We can't afford that type of shit. So you dibble dabbled a little bit here and there, man. And so now that you're out, you're working the construction, the legal gig. You're co-hosting with Luck, and you're doing all this shit, man. It seems like you're really, really doing well. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, I just got out trying to be on a different tip.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Because like getting back into like on some drugs and all that shit ain't gonna work. So it's just a different tip, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. You did it for so long, and now you're just like, look, I gotta try something different, right?
Well, it ain't really that. It's just like there's too many people. Like, it's not the same game. Like nowadays, everybody's like, you know, they're respecting rats. So it's like you can't come out here and just be on some cool, like, hey, I'm gonna sell some drugs and just be good. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's easier to like, you know, work and do good, man. Stay out the way, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And for the people, you know, when we're talking a little bit, you know, about sharing part of your life that that you want to share and open up with us. You know, I'm gonna give you the floor, man. You know, what is it that you know that you want to share with us, your story in your own words? You know what I'm saying?
Like with me, like I said, like I've been used to being a drug dealer, so that's what I grew up as. You know, I grew up in a house with my parents being gang members. Like I've been used to being out there on the street. Like I grew up in my hood, you know, like just being an active gang member. So like gravitating to the world of like selling drugs was easy. It wasn't like something that was hard to do. You know what I mean? A lot of people have to, I guess, figure it out. But like for me, everything was figured out. So it wasn't like something hard to do. Like I said, from getting out in 2000, like everything changed from crack to meth. And it was like an easy transition because it was still selling drugs, you know what I mean? So like I started from selling 8 balls to moving upwards to hundreds of pounds of methamphetamine, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And the money had to have been rolling in pretty sweet for that time, right?
The money was rolling in great.
Gangster, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Like, you know, piles and piles, right?
Yeah. The money was coming in great.
Yeah.
Like, you know, we started doing, I mean, for anything, money makes the world go round. Like, that's an easy phrase. Everybody knows it. So whenever you're selling a lot of drugs, it just makes everything better. So you can go from selling small amount of drugs to selling big, and it's just gonna make everything around you better. You know what I mean? So we went from like living in the hood to moving up, you know what I mean? To doing better.
Yeah. So you moved out of the hood during this time?
Well, at the time that I was like I said, from 2000 to 2006, like before the feds came, like I was in the hood for the majority of the time. But as the whole time that I was there, I was on probation, or, well, I would say parole. I was on parole there. So it just makes it easier for the cops to come and fuck with you, you know?
Yeah.
Like they're coming through, anytime they pull you over, they got the right to search the car, to look for drugs, to look for guns, to do whatever they want. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it just makes it easier for them to catch you slipping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so if you had one thing that you really wanted to let the world know about Big Rick Dog, aka Drewps, what would that be?
I mean, I don't know about the one thing to let them know, but I mean, like, a lot of people know me, man. They know me for like being who I am, you know?
Yeah.
Being from Highland Park, being a gang member, just being out there doing me, you know what I mean? And I mean, it's just a different world from now to then. Like now, like I said, you gotta stay out of the way. I mean, it ain't you can't come out here and sell drugs. At least I can't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Other people, if that's what they're on, that's cool. But it's just different time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a lot of people are some people get used to doing what they're doing, but for me, that ain't what I can do. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm working. I make good money. I'm chilling, so it's cool. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Did most of your artwork did you get when you were inside?
I got almost all my
All
work
of it?
in drill.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got most of it in the feds. Like when I started out with the tattoos, I got them all my work is in jail. So I got it. The first half, which was more gangbanging work in the state. And then as I gravitated to the feds, I just found good artists to keep it going.
Gotcha.
Like, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because a lot of the portraits you got are pretty dope, man. They're looking good, man.
I tried to like focus on getting good work, man.
Yeah.
I knew that tattoos were getting more mainstream.
Yeah.
So I was doing my best to run into good artists.
Yeah.
And get good work. I see you got a lot of good work too.
Yeah. You know, my boy Hustler, man, he's locked up right now, but he did a lot of my portraits. He's locked up. I think he got 26 years.
Oh shit.
He's gonna be down for a minute. And then my other boy DK, he just got locked up. And I don't know how long. I think DK got like 6 years, I think too. So yeah, I'm like struggling.
So all your
even,
tattoo artists, they just went to jail. They're like, fuck it.
Yeah, fuck it. 2 tiers. Yeah, Hustler, man. He did my son's whole back and most of his, you know, getting around to the front, and then he caught a case, man. And same thing, you know, he had priors and shit, and he got 26 years, man. And shout out to Hustler and AV Inc., man. That dude can get down, man. He really can, man. So just a talented dude, man.
In the feds, I actually ran into a lot of dudes that were doing good work, man. I got most of my work that I got is maybe from 3 different dudes.
Okay.
So just in the different places that I've been, most of the people they hooked up a lot of good work, man. For
That's
real.
Good. Yeah.
It was a lot different than the state. Like in the state, it was more single needles. In the feds, they're used to doing everything.
Yeah.
Like they had
color and all kind of shit, right?
Yeah, I had color. I had people doing as much as 16 needles.
Damn.
So them dudes were building everything. Like people see my work and they're used to thinking like, oh, you got it all on the street. But since I've been out, I've only got 1 tattoo on the street. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's just a different.
So in the feds, do they still frown upon it, like you getting tattoo work in there, or is it more they just kind of look the other way, don't give a fuck?
I would say they look the other way because like even the wardens at some of the places I was at, they're like, oh, like we see you like getting tatted up here, you know what I mean? Like getting the most that you can from the different because like we'll have colored ink, we had everything. Like, and Leavenworth was good. They had a lot of different tattoo dudes. There was a lot of people to choose from. Like if you actually look at most of my work, like it looks like street, but I mean there's a bunch of people that go to the feds from getting bunch of time, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Because feds, isn't it true that when you get fed time, it's always 80%?
It's 85% in the
it's 85.
Yeah,
and that's just right out the top.
That's across the board. It ain't
no matter what it is, no matter who it is,
no matter the crime, you're getting 85%.
You're getting that 85.
Yeah. Yeah, you're getting 85%.
Doing that 85 right out the
They got different charts, like how they do it. They got like a point system that they go off of. So like even like drunk driving or any of that shit goes all the way up on the point system.
Oh no shit.
Yeah,
oh, so like, but like if you kill somebody when you're drinking and driving, is that what you mean?
Nah, like just anything. Like if you did any kind of like driving without a license, all that kind of shit, that shit brings you up on the points.
Oh, okay.
Like from this way it goes 1 to 6, and from this way it goes like 1 to 42 or 43, and that just actually puts you at like how much time are you gonna do?
Damn.
So like you can be category 2, but all the way down to like 42, and me and you could have the same crime, but you could be at category 6 and go all the way down, and we could do the same crime, but you're at a 6 and I'm at a 2, and you might do like 8 more or 10 more years than me.
Damn.
For the same exact crime.
Exact shit.
Yeah.
Feds is wild.
Feds is wild, man. But overall, I mean, me personally, I would have rather did stay time.
Yeah.
Just because you got family visits, they got all that kind of shit going on. You know what I mean?
Right.
But as far as doing time, I guess, you know, who wants to be in jail?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And how do you like working, you know, I'm gonna use air quotes here, working the regular 9 to 5? Like how are you adapting? You like it? Is it dope? Like, are you like, man, this is cool?
I mean, nobody wants to work. I mean, who goes to work and be like, hey, this is what I want to do? But I mean, at least I'm making good money right now. So at the end of the day, I'm like,
I think there's a couple people that wake up, you know, I would mean like a DJ at a titty club. I'm sure he wakes up and is like,
he's feeling himself like, I'm going to strip club anyway. Fuck it.
I'm porn star. I'm gonna go fuck a couple bitches. You know what I'm saying?
How do you feel about working, going to work every day?
Let me tell you something. Going to work every day blows.
You got to come even here talking to dudes like me.
No, I enjoy it. This is my good shit. I like this. This is
a regular shit.
Because you know it's just we're just chopping it up like we would if we were sitting down. Yeah, it's not a big deal. We just got a camera and a microphone, and it's no big deal. But you know the seeing the dead bodies all the motherfucking time, and the dead kids, and the
that's crazy,
motherfuckers who want to eat people and shit like that shit. At some point, it does get to a point where you're like, fuck, man, like this is some sick ass shit.
When you were coming, like talking about your shit on Hood Socks, we're like, damn, like some of the shit you talk about is like, what the fuck? Yeah,
because a lot of people too. Yeah, it's funny too, because after the first Hood Stocks that I did, I had people like hit me in the DMs or tag me in these and go like, fool, nah, you're lying, you're this, and then I tag them in these stories.
And right? Show them what the fuck you're talking about.
And then they're like, what the fuck? And then the next thing you know, these same fucking dudes that were talking shit, now they follow me, they mess with me. Hey, man, that shit was, hey, man, tell some more stories. Hey, man, you need to be on Hood Stocks. Huh? Yeah, man, get back on. You know what I mean? So, man, let's talk about, I was just on Hood Stocks with you guys the other day, man. I always have a good time down there because it's just talking shit, smoking, drinking, talking some shit. I love it.
Big
but,
chillin', right?
Yeah, let's talk, man. You know that fucking spread that Lucky made, man. You know I doo-dooed for the next like 3 days, bro. I spackled my underwear. It was so bad. Me and my son, we was fucked up. Casey put that video up where he was
that
in the
was
bathroom.
His Arizona spread. That's why.
That's what it was. It was that iced tea motherfucking doo-doo spread.
But did it taste good while you were eating?
It tasted amazing. It was good. It was good. As long as you don't let it get cold, it was good.
Yeah.
But it did. I shit up the back of my back.
Where do you eat that you want it to get cold?
Yeah, no, that's true. But but I've never ever ate something where it was warm and then when it got cold, it
just changed
the flavor in it. So I think that was that. When we boiled it in iced tea. That's how we got down.
You think the iced tea's the one?
I think the iced tea is what. Yeah, we boiled the iced tea and we had sweet tea noodles and that shit was just like bloop, 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 bloop. That shit had me fucked up,
Had
bro.
the boy burning the noodles,
bro.
like,
and he burnt the noodles. Yeah, come on, man. I don't know. This shit tore me up from the floor up, but that was dope. So now that you are officially out here, I'm glad that I got you to come on here before you even did Lucky's, which is like a big.
For real, like honestly, like I mean, you guys got me on here. This is my first shit.
Yeah.
So like people are hearing the story and like
for the first time.
I don't even know where to get at, like how to go, like what
it's all
to
good.
do.
It's all good.
You know what I mean? It's kind of new to this shit, but I mean the story's there. It's just like what we're talking about.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. I appreciate you coming on. Like it's I feel blessed that you came on here before